A pleasant day to all the viewers. I am Maria Belinda B. Gratuito, Teacher 2 of Santa Clara Elementary School. I am presenting to you my basic research entitled Kindergarten Involvement in Teaching Literacy During the COVID-19 Pandemic. Continue watching for the complete details. Our children's success later in life is highly dependent on their literacy development in the early years. With the global crisis brought by the COVID-19, schools, especially in the Philippines, had to prohibit in-classroom instruction. The kindergarten pupils, who should have insightful and significant learning experiences at school, were instead confined in their homes and adapted the distance learning. With this situation at hand, there was a question on whether quality education during the pandemic was ensured or compromised. Further, parents, despite the lack of proper training and skills, became the primary facilitator of learning at home. More than 2 years into the global crisis, there had been no collective data on parents' feedback in continuing the education at home. Hence, I realized the call to closely examine the kindergarten parents' involvement in teaching literacy through a survey. This research looked into published studies on parental involvement and teaching literacy, specifically on alphabet knowledge, phonological awareness, and vocabulary development. This basic research wished to determine and quantify the kindergarten parents' involvement in their children's literacy learning. Further, the research intended to answer this basic research question. How involved were the kindergarten parents in teaching literacy at home during this COVID-19 pandemic? The research intended to acquire data from the parents of the kindergarten pupils of a school with ID number 129551, located in Barangay Daliao, Toril, Davao City. The school is described as large with Level 3 school-based management practices and currently has 193 enrollees in kinder. From this population, 100 parents were selected through random sampling technique. To obtain appropriate data for this research, the respondents answered a printed adapted survey questionnaire that was available both in Bisaya and in English to ensure full understanding. The survey questionnaire was adapted from a survey conducted by Berthelsen 2013 regarding literacy instruction in public preschool programs in Iowa, USA. The results were interpreted using these parameters. Table 1 shows the summary of the level of involvement of parents in teaching literacy. The overall mean score of parents' involvement in teaching literacy, interpreted as very high, reflects parents' realization on their involvement in their children's literacy learning. Since kindergarten parents were given the most important task of teaching their students at home, they put more focus on the learning environment to improve their children's achievement as well as their competencies. In addition, parents' developed sense of involvement can also be attributed to Albert Bandura's self-efficacy theory. The burden of teaching their children at home triggered their innate beliefs that they have the most important function to deliver literacy. Thus, they have to exercise control of their teaching, explore their innate abilities, and overcome obstacles because their children were highly reliant on them for knowledge. The kindergarten parents have their innate beliefs that their children must learn the alphabet. So, they employ different instructional strategies, such as introducing new letters and identifying their corresponding sounds, as well as teaching them the uppercase and lowercase of letters. They did so by integrating play using available and easily accessible materials at home that could aid them in teaching, such as clay, ready-made alphabet toys, and alphabet magnets. Parents perhaps had felt strong responsibility to target these skills to prepare their child for grade 1. With the persistent reminder from the kindergarten teachers, they have likely foreseen the consequences if their child lacked alphabet knowledge, therefore improved their parental involvement. Based on the findings, related literature and conclusion wherein parental involvement is one of the key factors in achieving the child's emergent literacy skills and later on literacy success, it is imperative that kindergarten parents are provided with enough support and assistance so that they can facilitate literacy teaching at home. It is therefore recommended that they are provided with a printed instructional manual that also has a corresponding video instruction that can be easily accessed online. With this instructional manual, kindergarten parents are properly guided on how to teach literacy. The Department of Education officials may craft a policy on implementing a home literacy survey to gather information on the extent of parental involvement and parent-child literacy practices so that support and intervention may be provided if needed, and additional literacy programs may be started. So that's everything about the basic research I conducted. I fervently hope that results may be used as basis for the crafting of a policy mandating the conduct of a home literacy survey to be held annually. Let's all work together for literacy and help our children towards success. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Maria Belinda B. Gratuito, teacher-researcher from Santa Clara Elementary School.